After the Sandbox appeared to be dropping off the face of a cliff, it had this big wick to the downside and then suddenly aggressively pushed towards the upside. At the moment, I'm seeing Sandbox literally being posted everywhere, being advertised on YouTube channels like Logan Paul, etc. like that. So it's not surprising that this is going to be potentially a giant project within the NFT and gaming space. So I wanted to take a look at the chart to see whether there is much room in the short term to be able to make some shorter term profits, or whether we should wait for perhaps a drop further to the downside before we look at buying this cryptocurrency. Okay, so the first thing I want to look at, you can see at the moment we are literally back at all-time highs. We came up and we put in highs around $3.34 before, but then we got pushed back down all the way down to $2, which is quite a drop. But if we were then to take from this swing high using the Fibonacci tool down to this previous swing low here, we can see some interesting things playing out. Now this is on the 1 hour chart versus the US dollar, and we can see that these areas are significant in that the past we came up, we perfectly touched this 0.786 line at 3.18. We then pushed down, finding support and resistance at various different levels, and right now is nothing different. We have found resistance all the way up at previous all-time highs here around 3.6, and we're aggressively pushed back down. We then found support again at 7.86, and what we can see right now is that we are consolidating into a pattern here. Now perhaps on the shorter term chart you could argue that we are putting in some sort of a shoulder ahead and potentially another shoulder pattern here. So it would be key for the Sandbox to be able to maintain itself above 3.17 in order for it to not fulfill this as a pattern. If it does break below, then I can see the next target being down at 2.9 before we might be looking to head up. But notice we did come down to these levels and we are aggressively pushing back. So actually, if we're able to push and have a close, notice this is an hourly chart, we've never had a close above this line here, which is at the 3.48. Then in my opinion guys, when we have these what we call blue sky breakouts, then the next target price will be the 1.618 all the way up at $4.39. In terms of percentage increase from the current price, then I think we're looking more like another 31% potential gains. If we look down at the RSI as well, you know, we have been kind of overbought for a while, we got pushed back down and we are now looking a bit healthier, so it potentially would be looking good for another surge towards the upside. But bearing in mind guys, this is on an hourly chart, we can see that we're having a lot of price action at the moment, so be very careful in terms of jumping into trades. So in my opinion guys, if we break this 3.49 level and close above it, then we are going to be pushing towards the 4.38. In the shorter term, if we're unable to maintain support above the 3.18, then we'll be pushing it down to at least the 2.93 in my opinion. So I think it's realistic that we're probably going to see a bit of consolidation continue for the next few hours or so before we see a decisive move one way or the other. But things are looking quite bullish for the Sandbox. If we do see a dip to the downside, maybe a perfect buying opportunity, and if we see a push towards the upside, then an opportunity for us to take profits and maybe wait for another chance to buy in later on. Guys, let me know down below any coins that you wish me to cover. I made a video the other day on a trading bot that's been doing really well for me over on Pinex, so I'll leave a link to that at the end of this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and please like the video for the YouTube algorithm. Thanks very much for watching guys, see you later, bye bye.